You know, Anne, I sometimes think that the grown-ups have a very hard lives. Think of the dads, for example. You are right, Bob. Just think of moms. Haven't you got the impression men work too hard? I've got the impression women work too hard. Just think of what a man does. Father gets up at 7 every morning, goes to the office, works in the office like a slave for hours and hours, goes out of the office. He is never at home. Mother gets up before father, goes into the kitchen, makes coffee for all of us, then back in the kitchen cooking, washing, tidying up. She spends half of her time in the kitchen. Then it's time to go shopping, to the bakers, to the butchers, to the grocers, to the greengrocers. Father goes shopping too. That's right. He sometimes goes to the tobacconist's to buy his cigarettes. Anyway, you can't compare intellectual work with manual work. That's why I'm not going to be a housewife like a mother, and I'm going to join the Women's Liberation Front. Dear Diary, my life is so unhappy. I can't go on like this. I must get up at 7 every morning, and I love to sleep. I must eat yogurt for breakfast, and I hate it. I mustn't eat cakes because they say I am too fat. I mustn't drink coffee because they say it is no good for me. I must wear an extra pullover when my mother thinks it is cold. I mustn't stay up in the evening when my father thinks I'm tired. At school I must keep silent all the time. I mustn't leave my desk. I must listen to the teacher even if I am not interested in the lesson. I mustn't go out alone. I mustn't stay on the telephone too long. I mustn't play the guitar. I mustn't make noise. I mustn't run in the house. I mustn't. Oh, help! There must be an end to all this. What are my duties? You must get up at 5 in the morning. You must make your bed in 2 minutes. You must stand to attention when you see your superiors. You must not read newspaper and magazines. You must not question. Have I got any rights? Yes, you have the right to spare your brain. You must go to the baker's to buy bread, to the grocer's to buy tea, to the greengrocer's to buy fruit, to the butcher's to buy meat, to the tobacconist's to buy... No. Watch out! I am going to tell your guardian angel. No. A good idea, Mom. Tell him to go shopping. He can fly. Where do you live? I live on the outskirts of London. Do you live in a flat? No, we do not live in a flat. We live in a house of our own. Do you live far from your school? Yes, I do. I always have to get up early in the morning to get to school in time. Do you have a lunch at home? No, I generally have a lunch at school. What do you do in your spare time? I play with my pets, read or watch television. What does your father do at the weekend? He reads his newspapers or works in the garden. What does he do in the garden? He waters the flowers and the lawn and cuts the hedge. Do the English like to live in the center of the town? No, they don't. Why don't they like to live there? because they don't like noise and prefer to buy or to rent a house in the suburbs or a cottage in the country. Do they like to live in flats? No, they don't. Why don't they like flats? Because they prefer to have a house of their own. Does a typical English house look like an Italian house? No, it doesn't. A typical English house is a two-story house with a garden all around it. Does it look nice? Yes, it does. But each house looks just like the house next door. Do the English love flowers? Yes, they do. Gardening is one of their favorite hobbies. Do they love animals? Yes, they do. They are very fond of animals and like to have pets in their houses. Hello, is that 5311? No, this is 5411. Sorry, wrong number. Hello, this is Bob speaking. Is that you, John? Yes, Bob, it's me. Are you coming to see me this afternoon? Just a minute. I must ask Mother. Hold on, please. Yes, I can come. Fine, John. See you this afternoon. Goodbye, Bob.